Well, I think that I wish that they knew more. So first of all, this is a very prevalent condition. 1 in 5 Canadians suffer from hypertension. And I think that general knowledge around causes, treatment, prevention would really benefit if Canadians knew more about it. So probably from my perspective, much more about prevention, that this is actually highly preventable condition. And for those people who unfortunately already have hypertension, how to best manage it, how to best deal with adherence to medication, how to improve lifestyle in order to reduce blood pressure. I think that this is a chronic condition, and what that means is that without the patient's involvement, without support from family members and friends, it's very difficult for people to maintain healthy lifestyle, to maintain adherence to therapy. So I think it's extremely important that people are empowered, that they're not doing it alone, that they are supported by not just medical staff and medical teams, but also by their friends, by their families, because it's very important that to make changes and to sustain those changes over time. And because it's a lifelong condition, it means that commitment is really forever. Well, I think that one of the big challenges is that people probably don't necessarily understand very much what it means, what are the consequences, that in fact hypertension is a risk factor for a number of conditions, heart attacks, stroke, probably for a sort of number of neurological conditions. And I think that just understanding that this is a modifiable risk, that things can be done, that this is not a death sentence, that this is something that can be managed quite successfully. I think that that would be probably a very important thing to know for people who are newly diagnosed. I think it's extremely important, again, that patients are empowered, that patients are involved. The average person with a chronic condition probably spends around 8 to 10 hours a year with a health professional managing their condition, and the remaining 6,000 hours in the year they are managing it themselves. So unless we get people involved, informed and engaged, we're not going to be very successful in terms of managing this or really any other chronic condition. So I think that the involvement of the patient is critical, and in order to be involved, people have to understand the reasons for therapy, the consequences of not following therapy, the reasons for lifestyle changes, and I think that it's really by empowering people, by providing them with information, providing them with resources, providing them with support, that we can accomplish that. So I think it is critical that the patients do get informed and involved in their own care. Because, again, I think that it's much easier to sort of do those things when we have support, where we are part of a larger group that faces similar issues. It's very difficult to face, hypertension on your own. So being part of a community, being able to have mutual support, being able to share experiences, being able to be sort of part of a larger community of people sort of experiencing and struggling with similar issues is very helpful. So I think that that's a very exciting aspect about creating really this virtual community of individuals who are interested in healthy lifestyle and reduction of the risk factors for chronic disease and for heart disease.